Here's the problem. I really don't want to step on Bright's toes because I can almost guarantee Bright got clairvoyance right out of the gate.
Technically, I can prepare clairvoyance even so.
Well, it's not a matter of prepare. It's more of a case of like I'm pretty sure that one's almost standard loaded in the gun, ready to go on moment's notice for Bright.
It's actually not.
I never
don't
take
have
clairvoyance. Yeah.
focus for it, so I haven't. I mean, I'd like to learn it because it is a divination spell, and I would be able to cast it, with a free slot. It is a cleric spell also, and I don't have the focus for it, so it's honestly not a good use of my limited spell learning ability. So I'm certainly gonna take. Well, you know what I'm gonna take besides that. I think because there are some things that
I'm really tempted to pick Remove Curse to see if it does anything at this point, but I don't think it's that simple.
Their spell that's so
yeah. What I might suggest, just give me a moment to have a look at the Great Old One expanded spell.
It's clairvoyance and sending. I really don't see sending working out too well. But
do you have
Go ahead.
Do you have Phantasmal Force?
Phantasmal Force? I actually dropped that.
Oh, okay, you dropped it. You have Tashes, yes?
No. My only level 1 spell at this point is Dissonant Whispers.
I have Tashes though.
Mm-hmm. Dissonant Whispers, Detect Thoughts, Invisibility, Spider Climb, Darkness, Counterspell. And as argued earlier, we were going to end up changing out Darkness to something else. I'm like, okay, well, Counterspell is pretty much a must, because if that and Dispel, I don't know. Jay just seems like the person who says, yes, you have the rules of magic that say this. Screw your rules.
That's fair.
Excellent.
Yep. Counterspell is
the anti-magic that we all deserve.
Counterspell is a good idea. I have Dispel Magic available to me if need be. I'm
taking.
What about I mean, you've got a choice of a bunch of different stuff like you got Misty Step, Enthrall, Hold Person, Ray of Enfeeblement, and Shatter, Suggestion, but I'm pretty sure you already have that.
Actually, no, because that was Bright's shtick.
Oh,
remember, I do my best to not step on another person. Like, if that's what Bright does, that's Bright's thing. I'm not going to steal it from her.
Yeah, well, I've been getting a lot of use out of Suggestion. I roll better than Derek, so
that's
and me.
Yeah, it's true.
I can help you all if I have to save you.
So, Coffee, do you have Shatter?
I just took Shatter. Actually, I just exchanged it. I took Suggestion out.
Pardon. I guess I'm going with
let me just quickly have a look at some on my sheet.
Well, while you're looking there, I did bring up the map. As Tib is gone, you're freed of any sort of mortally concerns about Geroff Avalanche. There's a tentative quest. I mean, whether you do it or not, he didn't say he was going to hunt down and kill you. But there was an NPC who had some work for you also. Or there's all sorts of things happening. There's apparently vampire infestations around the land. There's Imperial vessels here and there. Who knows if there's other nests of Fae. The world is opened up to you. What would you like to be doing with your travel and your time?
Well, I suppose...
I'd say we're chasing after the kid, and since we really have no idea which way he went, outside of we know he was taken by vampires, if I recall, that means we're hunting a nest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also wish to go look for Tibba.
Yep.
Okay.
I will just suggest going south, because that's where my brother is.
Heaven help us all if we ever meet any still waters.
Yes. But, does Mordecai know Cloud of Daggers?
No, I didn't take that one.
Oh no. Bright, do you know Cloud of Daggers?
I do not.
Maybe you could take Cloud of Daggers in place of Darkness.
Because I have darkness now as a racial ability.
So do I.
Yeah, you do.
We've got darkness covered.
No, Cloud
But,
of,
I mean, that
is
one-
Cloud of Daggers good? I mean,
It's
the
alright.
thing about a warlock is everything is always cast at the highest level. So, you know, Cloud of Daggers is a second level spell that doesn't really gain much over time.
2d4,
You know, it's higher
2d.
level.
Well, I mean, no 2d4 per spell slot above second. It's a 5 foot. It's a fill the air on centered on a point you can see within 60 feet. A 5 foot cube centered on that point. 5 feet on each side. A creature takes 44 slashing damage when it enters the spell's area for the first time on a turn, or starts its turn there. And because you're casting everything at the highest level, it's 64.
Is it also movable?
Unfortunately, no, it is not movable.
Yeah, you
That's
have to
the
recast it to
other
move it.
It's a really slow, like it's a really small area, and the damage is not that great. And I think it's a really bad spell.
I do too. I don't like it at all.
Hmm.
Well, if I really wanted to push it, the other one I can end up taking, but I don't see it working out too well just because of my rolls, is fear.
Yeah.
Fear kind of makes sense.
Fear would be a
for
good
Jade,
choice
though.
for Jade, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no. I'd pick Fear or
Thematically, it works.
if the other two choices I could see would maybe be like Gaseous Form or Hunger of Hadar.
Hunger of the Power
gaseous-
is so good.
I would actually avoid Hunger of Hadar at first, just because at least the way Jade's bit is always keep one in the chamber for escape, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
the other one's usually utilitarian. Fear has a lot more utilitarian than Hadar, so
Hadar, yeah. That's fair.
I think thematically both of them work. So.
oh, I would agree.
Mm-hmm. For you all, I did put a name in the cast and crew channel. I forgot in our document that I sent to you all before this session. That was with this updated city map and some of the broad descriptors of the major places in here. I forgot that I had it as monastery and I forgot to put its name down. I don't know if that's relevant to you all. It might not be, but it actually does have a name. It's not just called monastery, believe it or not. So that's there. But you want to go hunt, if you're going to try and hunt vampires, well, you can tell me where to go. Tibba lives in this city over here, in Flowerfield, if you wanted to go visit his family. Otherwise, if you want to hunt vampires, you tell me where you think they are.
Well, is the road too cleared out for us to be able to track them? Or is it too busy?
Yeah, they will not be able to be tracked on the road due to the traffic and the snow and the melting and the clearing and everything.
Figures.
Well, it seems like a good time to use clairvoyance.
Yeah.
I don't think clairvoyance. I mean, it's pretty short range.
Focus with at least 100 GP, either dual tone for healing or class overseeing. Within range. What? Oh, it's 1 mile.
Quick question.
Yep.
Since we're leveled up, are we like fully healed and spell slots or no?
I mean, you should have a rest. Oh, pardon me. I'm talking with prime rib chips in my mouth here. They're very good. You should have a long rest, I think, to like fully develop yourselves to, to start reading the books you're given, or for Jade to start tooting on the harmonica, that kind of a thing. Noralai, I mean, you absorbed a gem into your body. I mean, in a sense, maybe it's just giving you time to contemplate what new powers have awakened inside of you with this. But we haven't had a long rest yet since, waking up and going out about this business of informing.
I didn't get a long rest upon waking up, that's what I'm asking. I'm still at 7 health.
Oh, huh.
We probably would need to, like, we'd need to relax for a long rest anyway, because, I mean, I said you're weakened. I still have, character Celine still has not a lot of ideas on what's going on with her, so she's having a little bit of an existential crisis. And we did just have someone rather important to a lot of the people in the party die, like pass away. So I imagine, like, although it's not, like, tactically it's not the best move, thematically it would make the most sense to go along with that day of mourning and use that to rest.
What time of day is it?
From all the sitting, baking, mourning, etc. We're probably around 4 p.m. Having gotten started in the morning and walking around and doing all this other stuff. Waiting to see the guild master.
Today? It seems like it was like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Clearly some sort of fake trick of time dilation.
Now that you can see me again, I'm back in character. I think... So the only thing we can really do is maybe go and talk to the sheriff. I would like to talk to the sheriff and see if he can... I mean, I know Mordecai already talked to him, but I'd like to go back and try again. Maybe we can, you know, to tell us where the vampires went, because I know he knows, or at least he has a clue. And that would be easier than just, like, wandering the countryside hoping we find vampires.
We could...
I'm sure you can hope for random encounters, but...
I have
the dot.
a really good feeling that the sheriff is going to cooperate with us if we just talk to him. Likely. So, does anyone want to go with me to talk to the sheriff?
Where are we right now?
Yeah.
Are we still at Gerald's house?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, I mean, I know Celine at this point in time would be, I mean, she's kind of obligated as a priestess of a god who worships, you know, a god of death, to, you know, say the last rites and make sure that his soul goes into the right place.
Okay.
Like, of course, like, his religion is probably different, and
yes, it is.
You know, he'll get those rights as well, but because she's, like, actually there and she's seen it happen, she's kind of obligated by her faith.
Okay. Mordecai is actually not standing around in the living room.
Where did Mordecai go? Did anyone see him leave?
No.
Yeah,
Seems not.
where did Mordecai?
Good sign. Well,
That
if anybody
is a good idea.
has seen Mordecai,
But no, yeah, no, where did Mordecai go? That's a very good question. Should go look for him. Although you guys should go look for him. I'm kind of busy.
okay, has anyone seen Mordecai? You don't recognize him. He's a tiefling with a big fluffy tail.
The family's all... No, we were here watching over, you know, what grandpa, uncle, whatever he was to those people. I know who you're talking about. You can't miss him. Well, except I don't know where he is.
Everyone misses him.
Yeah.
Hey, poof. Can you go to Mordecai, hop around, and see if you can smell him, or see him, or just find him.
Yeah, sure.
Go look for him.
Yeah, sure. Blup, 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 blup,
Okay.
blup.
Okay, bye. And I'm gonna go outside and look for him too. Mordecai! Mordecai! Where'd you go? Mordecai! Everyone's looking for you.
Okay. So you go out. You outpace your frog, but your frog is behind you here. You're yelling Mordecai, and he's not directly outside. I mean, you look around. He's not on the porch. There's people milling about. A couple people look over at you, Bright. But I mean, that's nothing new there.
Yeah, I'm used to that. Hello, Mr. and Mrs. Person. Have you seen Mordecai? He's the blue tiefling with the fluffy tail.
Oh, yeah. He's not up to any good, is he? I saw him lurking on the side of the Avalanche house, and they've been through quite a lot, I hear.
I wouldn't say he's lurking. Right now, he's missing. That's different from lurking. If he was lurking, I would have found him by now.
I'd say he's lurking. He's not missing. We saw him on the side of the house.
You didn't say it. It disappeared.
I wouldn't say he's missing. We found him. He's lurking on the side of the house, so he's lurking to us.
So you know where he is?
Yeah, he's on the side of the old Avalanche place there.
I'll go look.
Okay.
Where they're showing.
Tip, 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 tip. You just go around the side of the house, and there's Mordecai just kind of leaning up against the outside.
Mordecai?
Oh, hey.
What are you doing?
It got to be a little much inside.
What do you mean?
I don't like funerals or wakes or things.
Oh. That. Why is that, Mr. Mordecai?
I've seen enough of it in my life.
And you at a funeral.
What?
We met you at a funeral. We were having a funeral, and you came along and you helped us. That's how it happened. Don't you remember?
Yeah, I still don't like those things. That was kind of different. That was small.
Just the four of us. 3 of us. 4 of us. It depends on how you count. That's
okay.
That's good to
Don't
know.
worry about me.
I'm glad that you didn't get kidnapped or run off to join the vampires or any of the other things I was worried about.
Oh God, no.
So,
Oh God, no.
okay, thank you. So I would like to go talk to the sheriff, and I know you've been there before, and I'm hoping we can get more information from him on the vampires, and maybe, I don't know, I mean, Celine doesn't want to come, and Jade probably doesn't want to come, and nobody can ever tell what Norlai's going to do. So it might just be the 2 of us, although we should still ask her, I suppose. But I'm hoping you would want to come with me.
Yeah.
Would you like to come with me, though?
Sure. Beats being here.
Thank you very much. Okay, so let's go look for Norlai first. Norlai. I'll look inside for Norlai. Oh, I also have to call back my familiar. Where'd he go? This is why I have to call him back.
Plop, 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 plop.
It's okay. I found him. He was right here. It wasn't that big of a deal after all. So thank you very much.
No problem. No problem.
Okay, thanks. You can hop up here. Okay, so let's go look for Norlai.
Sounds good.
There's this god-awful sound of a harmonica coming out from the
Oh God.
Hear a harmonica.
Delicious, delicious.
If I had a harmonica, I would literally be playing it right now.
And it's hurting Mordecai's ears.
It should be hurting your soul.
It's so deep down.
Well, sounds like Mordecai might need to give Jade a couple lessons here then.
Might. At least to improve the sounds.
Did I manage to find Norlai?
Yeah, Norlai's still around. She didn't leave.
Okay, hi, Miss Norlai. So I know that we don't goals right now, but I'm hoping that I just want to see if anyone wants to come with to visit the sheriff and find out where Tibba went. And I understand if you don't want to go, because I know you don't care about Tibba, but we care about him. He's an innocent boy, and he needs our help.
Well, it would, but like you said, not to go near, law enforcement.
Okay.
Why?
No reason.
Somebody doesn't say something like that and say no reason.
Well,
There's a reason.
You should ask him.
Hey.
He doesn't trust law enforcement.
No, not really.
Expect Norlai would be any help, although this is not why I didn't expect her not to be any help. So, I'll go ask Jade.
Fair.
Okay. Jade is very easy to find.
Oddly enough, she's not playing a harmonica. What you do end up seeing is her holding on to this, what appears to be a really old doll. But it has a whole bunch of needles and nails in it, and she just seems to be putting it to the doll every so often. And every so often that harmonica will go out of sight and back to the doll.
Yes, that was the doll that you got from Geroff as a thank you, if I recall.
Yes.
How are you doing, Miss Jade? That's about what I expected. I don't know how Jer's going to affect you, because I know you really cared for him. You had a bond that was more than what the rest of us had, and I just want to see how you're doing.
It's at this point Jade looks at the doll, and she thinks about the words, looks at the harmonica, seems to slip it into her pocket, and then she pulls out something. Seems to be a knife. And she starts to do something relatively drastic.
Oh, why?
Jade.
Jade, stop! What are you doing? Why are you? I'm gonna have to try to stop you with my mage hand. I'll try to stop her with my mage hand.
Yeah, Jade, you have a hand kind of like bapping you in the face and like and trying to take the push the knife away from your hair as you're cutting it.
Why?
It's gonna get in the way. I don't want to accidentally cut myself. Thank you.
That's good. I'm glad you're not cutting yourself. But, I know you like to have the hair so that, but now that you're cutting it off, what does that mean? Does it mean that you're more happy for people to see you, or does it mean that you're, I don't understand.
No. I suppose you don't. But that's okay, right? Not understanding happens. No, it's time to put away that cog. It's a new role. Every new role needs a new look, right?
That's how it is for you. So what's the new look gonna be? How are you changing?
You just see bits and pieces of hair starting to fall and land and pool. She
Be
chops it up.
bald.
No.
Because that would be less work for you.
You're gonna need somebody different. Somebody new, somebody different comes along at this stage of your journey. You need them. And they won't be here. I took their place. And that's why I am here. I need to end up fulfilling that role. and they're not here anymore. But I am. If you want to save the child, we have to make a difference. And that means we change. We let the old things die.
So, I mean, I'm really looking forward to getting to know the new you. However, that's different from the old you. And I know that we had to let Geroff die, and I'm really sorry for that. But I guess the only thing I can do is let you have a little bit of time so that you can settle in to your new you. Is that
Maybe. I never learned how to play the harmonica. That was his thing.
I know, that's really
He was
obvious.
supposed to get it. I'm sorry.
It's okay. Okay, so I think Jade is trying to turn into Geroff, and I don't know if that's a good choice, but that's what she's gonna do, so okay. But she's definitely going through some stuff, and she's definitely not gonna want to come with us to see the sheriff, probably. So I think it's just you and me, Mordecai. Is that okay?
Sheriff?
Yes.
Yeah, we're gonna go see the sheriff.
I have a disguise kit. You want some help with your hair?
No, this will work.
Okay.
You'd never see it on my face anyway. So let's go.
I guess she
And
wants to come
Jade's just leaving a trail
Yes.
of walks the whole
Woo,
way.
yep.
Okay. Well then.
I don't know how much more convincing you'll be able to be, but hopefully you'll have better luck than I did.
I have tricks up my sleeve.
So we have Mordecai, Jade, and Bright are going to see the sheriff, but Noralai and Celine aren't? Or are they? Who's going?
Well, Celine is going to be staying at the Avalanche house because she's got,
Yeah.
last rites
Okay.
to do, and that'll take a little bit of time.
Law enforcement.
Oh yeah, all right. And Noralai, that's true. Noralai was being a little coy with visiting the law enforcement. All right, so you three leave the residential district, and you go into the evening streets of Browbeat. It's not quite as night here, but I don't have a ton of different pictures for Browbeat that are loaded up. There's a lot of the snow has been shoveled or melted away. Life has returned somewhat to normal here. There's commerce and traffic still flowing. In the background, while you were walking from the residential area into more of this downtown, it sounded like there was some kind of a shift change with a large whistle kind of out in the distance at some site or another. Because Browbeat, despite being a small village, doesn't sleep. It continues on as it always has and presumably always will. Mordecai, as you have been to the sheriff's office, you can take them there very easily. And there's a person, there's a lobby, there's an officer sitting at a desk with like a big ledger book and an ink and quill, and he looks up at you. Can I help you? What do you all need? Did something happen? Someone steal your purse?
No, it's okay. Nothing like that. We're worried about Tip of Flowerfield.
Who?
Would like a desk sergeant or somebody interesting?
You need to file. Did someone go missing?
Oh yes. Yesterday there was a kidnapping at the
Tumble Wench.
Oh yes, I heard about that. It was quite a vicious attack. Almost killed someone apparently.
Yeah. And anyway, the Dragonborn that was almost killed was a friend of ours, and we haven't seen him since. And the little boy was traveling with us, and we haven't seen him since either. And so we're really hoping you can tell us if you have any leads on where they've gone.
Oh, I don't know. I think we got a report on our desk. Someone came in the other day, I think, and left us some information. If you hold on here, I'll go and see what I have.
Thanks.
Yeah. Of course. He gets up and he goes to a door, and a little like something slides open, says something through the little bars in the door, goes back to the desk. It'll be like, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes. I'm sure someone will be able to dig up something for you here. We'll see where this has gone, because it's been the talk of the town, and as far as I know, the sheriff himself has even tried to investigate it, considering the violent, drastic nature of such a crime, let alone in front of our tumbled wench of all places. I mean, that'd be bad for business.
I'll see it the same way. So, yeah, I don't mind waiting 15 minutes.
All right, so you're in the or in the lobby of the sheriff's department, and a couple people are coming in, and they'll talk to the person behind the desk. Looks like he's writing down some of their information. Mundane things. A missing dog. Someone actually did get their purse stolen. All kinds of this, that's, and the others. It goes past the 15 or 20 minutes, and eventually, though, there is another knock on the other side of the door. He gets up, goes to it, and a document slides out, and it closes to get to the rest of the station. Oh, yes, you three, thank you for your patience. Let's see what we have here. It looks like tumbled winch. Okay, blood.
There's lots of blood.
Oh, yeah, yes. I from what I heard, there was so much of it. Oh, quite gruesome. But you have to expect that being in this line of work. So it looks like there was a posse of sorts that was sent out to go and try and track it down. It seems like, as much as they could, the particular wagon they were following was going to the northeast. Yeah, looks like it might have been traveling along the highway, at least for a while. And then they lost the tracks.
Do you have a descriptor for the wagon?
And the assailants.
Shuffle. Some people. Oh yes. One of the assailants. Vicious-looking man, about 6.5 feet tall, dragonborn. I'd hate to run across someone like him in an alley. It looks like he was described as being quite savage, just tearing into these other people.
He wasn't like that all the time, though, only when he had to be. Most of the time he was actually really sweet and also pretty dumb.
Oh, he sounds like my dog at home. Oh, yes.
He does a lot.
Other people in this row, no one really seems to have a description of them. They all seem to be wearing some kind of, almost like a uniform of like a cloak of some kind. Dark mottled colors. What's
Colors.
that? No.
Like the Imperial uniforms?
No. In this case, well, look, a lot of people are suspecting a lot of things about these people from Shadowhar coming in. It seems that from the eyewitness statements, no one thinks that anyone from the Empire is responsible. I don't know, some kind of a gang. You know what? They're probably, if they stole the kid, they're probably looking to ransom him. That's my guess that's my guess as an experienced officer of the law. And you know what? I don't want to concern you all. That would actually be the best case, because then we know that he's alive and he'll actually be turned over. And as long as the parents can meet the demand, and maybe, I don't know if it's people here in Browbeat or otherwise, maybe they'll be able to come up with the money and get the kid back safe and sound.
Yeah. I'm just hoping we can, rather than go through the ransom, because he's been kidnapped before, and it's just I don't want him to go through it any more than he has to.
It sounds like well, is he the kid of a rich family?
Yeah, the flower fields. Don't you know them? They're from Flowerfield. There's probably a connection there.
Oh, I think I've heard of them. Yeah. They live up in that tiefling city, out in the middle of the flower field. Huh. Yeah, well, if it's that family, I imagine that they have all kinds of people like that who are looking to squeeze a couple gold pieces out of the wealth of that family. Yeah, he was probably taken by kidnappers. If you want to go and talk to him, I'm not going to stop you. Not that our jurisdiction goes up to Snaf. Hang on, I got to bring up my own. Yeah, Snamfi.
I'm fine. Okay. So out of character, who's he talking about going in to talk to again? Who's in Snumfi?
That's where the flower fields live.
I mean,
that would be going south, wouldn't it?
No, that's northeast.
Yeah.
So, Mr. Officer, you've been really helpful so far. Is there anyone in the posse that is still around that we could talk to, or that lives nearby that we could go talk to?
Oh, let's see. Who went out on that? Gets up. Yeah, oh, really? He was? Yeah. Oh, I heard that he, and he looks over at, hang on. We'll talk about this, we'll talk about this on break, but, Oh, cool. Yeah, he's still around? I don't know. Tell him if he's got time. Can he come out and talk to these people? Sounds like they have a bit of an interest in this. And, the slot in the door closes. Comes back. Yeah, it sounds like one of the boys is still hanging around, talking to some of the guys in the back here. As long as he doesn't need to leave and he wants to talk to you, he'll come out.
Okay.
All help is appreciated.
Yeah, well, we live to serve.
For him.
Is there anything that you want? I can make you some tea. Yeah, we have hot water. How about that? Hot water.
Transportation.
Oh,
we have quite a ways to go.
No, I'm afraid the only transportation we'd be able to offer you is to bring you to the jail, and I don't think that's what you want.
I'd rather not go to jail.
Where can we rent a wagon?
Oh, well, sure, of
Or
course.
horses?
Yeah, oh, yeah, there's da-da-da, da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da, and da-da-da-da. I recommend da-da-da-da-da.
Fair enough.
Da-da-da. That sounds good. I like those names. They're fun to say. There's da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da, da-da-da, da-da-da-da.
It's a strange Browbeat dialect, I'm sure.
They're all the same brand.
No, there's a distinct difference between da-da-da and da-da-da-da.
In a total language.
Need to understand this if we're going to be here.
So you're given a couple different places that you can go to, do a little shopping around for renting or purchasing pack animals, wagons, or different varieties of transportation, or hiring the services of a valet and coach if you wanted it yourself.
It might be worthwhile to see if we can just get some riding horses. Does everyone know how to ride a horse?
How hard can it be?
Animals don't
Yes,
tend to
I
like
can
me.
definitely ride a horse.
I don't know. Maybe, I don't know, wagons are just so awkward and clunky. It might be better to just get, I don't know, maybe we could just get a pack animal to carry our, I don't know, because now that we can carry so much stuff, we don't really need a pack animal. I don't know. Okay, out of character. How much like real world benefit is a horse traveling in your games?
A horse would let you travel further. I mean, you're not moving at a gallop the whole time, but I think it has a slightly higher walking speed than a person does. And of course, you wouldn't be exhausting yourself, so you could do other things while in the saddle. Arguably, even take something like a short rest, as long as you're not being chased or there's nothing stressful happening.
Yeah, normal walking speed is double double that of a normal 30 feet walking humanoid. If it's 60 feet.
In fact, there is a section, I believe, in equipment that will talk about that. Let me go to the...
I don't need the exact rule. I'm just wanting to find out if we're wasting our time looking for horses or if it's actually beneficial.
No. It'll free you up. It'll be less exhaustive. At this time of year, you wouldn't really have to worry about wild grasses and other things for them to be able to, that you'd have to carry bags of oats or things along those lines with them. So it would really just be, how hard do you want to ride them, or if you're going to do anything, like combat on horseback and you're not really trained for it, you'll get to learn and probably get a couple saddle sores along the way. But just riding a horse, especially if it's a broken in one, I don't think will be too difficult a task for you.
Another out of character question: did we ever divide up the money that we got for the mine thing?
Oh, we didn't.
Well, if we did,
I didn't mark it down, so that's why I'm asking.
We didn't divide it up. It's still floating around.
I believe it came to 77 gold pieces you were given.
If we want to talk about points, at one point we were given 2. I got 1, and I think maybe Kazure may have had the other one, but I'm not sure. If anybody else had that other healing potion, speak now.
Me. I didn't mark it.
No,
I don't think we were actually.
Tazra may have had it, in which case either he still does or he had to drink it in the middle of combat or something.
Yeah. If Tazra had it, it's gone. But I know I still have one. Okay. Swell. Divide up the money evenly, just to simplify it, out of character.
Or if we could do that, or we can do party fun. Okay, either.
Let's.
Are you giving Noralai an allowance also?
I'm gonna be spending some of it on horses and supplies and things anyway, so if we just call it party funds for now, that's probably the easiest.
Divide later if we want.
Okay, I can go back into character now.
Okay.
It's real easy to tell with me.
I don't have an accent. I need to do an accent or something.
do it for the next one.
Yeah. And tieflings have lots of good accents. Some of them talk like they're from the Ukraine, and others talk like they're from Ireland.
I'd be very British, because that's the accent I can do.
That's fine.
Australia.
So, did the guy who was gonna come out from the posse, did he show up?
Okay, yeah. Are you settled on other things? Because then, like, you're doing this on the side, and then I would come back to dialogue and stuff.
Yeah, I think we're good on the other things.
Okay. An officer comes out. Looks like he's off duty. Like his uniform is kind of like opened up, and he looks rather relaxed. He has a mug of warm tea. As he's coming out, he kind of waves over. Yeah. I'll see you later. Right? Yeah, gotcha. And comes over. So you needed to talk to me about something?
Yeah, we heard you were. What's your name, mister?
Oh, well, Officer Teth.
To Mr. Teth. I'm Bright, and this is Mordecai and Jade. We are friends of Tazray, who was the Dragonborn who was killed at the, or maybe killed at the Tumbled Ranch, and also Tibba, who was the little boy who was kidnapped. And we're hoping you could tell us anything you know about, because we heard you were part of the groups that went looking for them. So we're hoping that you can tell us anything you know.
Oh, yeah. Well, we rode out pretty hard trying to follow them as best as we could. I'll tell you, whatever they were riding, or maybe they employed magics or something, they were able to, even in a big cart, make a pretty good way. It was very difficult to follow after him, too. I know that there's all kinds of different spells, illusions. Look, I have a couple friends who are rangers, and they don't open up about their tips and tricks, but maybe they had someone with them that was giving them a hand there. We were able to follow them along the highway for a distance, and then it just seems like it was gone. No more cart. So we did our best and had to come back, and hey, look, in the best case, hopefully he's just going to get ransom off to a rich family. They're going to pay for him, and the case will be closed.
Well, we're not comfortable in taking that chance, sir. So that means that we're probably going to have to end up chasing after. Where would you be able to point out on a map about where you lost the trail?
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, you could just take the highway out for about 10 miles outside of Browbeat, and that's about the place that we lost them.
What were they wearing?
I didn't ever see them. From the witness reports, it was like kind of gray cloaks, rather nondescript. It didn't look like anything that was a local fashion around here, and
Well,
I was hoping you were going to do that.
Jade is focusing her thoughts on doing a mind meld here. Let's see.
He's not going to get a save. He's a 1 on his save.
That's right. Bright woke up and foresaw a no more troll blood.
no,
All right.
that's mine.
All right. So, Jade, you start plumbing his mind here, and Bright, this is you're getting deja vu all over again. You swear you've seen this before, and you wiggle your nose like on Bewitched, and sure enough, events happen as they were foreseen. And in Jade, you are having full access to him here. So you're getting, let's see, creature, no, okay, well, he has more than a 3 intelligence. You can shift your attention to another creature's thoughts. If you probe deeper, wisdom saving throw, well, that was a spectacular failure. If it fails, you gain insight into its reasoning, if any, its emotional state, and something that looms large in its mind, such as something it worries over, loves, or hates. Okay. So you're getting on the surface, he's being you're getting professional politeness. Digging down a little deeper, it seems like he really just wants to go home. And going further here, he is really worried because it seems like he knows someone. He knows a miner that was lost in the mines. And that seems to be something that's in the back of his mind that's just there kind of, that's just kind of eating at him, and is a concern for his mental state. Although it would seem like as it's being presented to you all, he's off shift and just wants to leave.
So at this point, it's very clear. I'm basically able to pry whatever knowledge I so choose out of his head, if I understand this correctly. So I am going to literally pry every bit of information when it comes down to scouting the region, how they were tailing, anything like that. Literally just downloading that entire investigation into Jade's brain.
Okay.
And silently share that with the rest of the party. As vividly as he experienced it.
Okay. Oh, with your goo ability, Awaken Mind. Okay, got it. All right. So you all are getting. Jade is becoming the psychic friends network here, as she is giving you a live feed into this guy's brain, as he worries about a friend of his, who is a miner that was lost in the mines recently. He wants to go home. You're getting snippets of them riding out on the trail. You're getting what I was describing. So.
Yeah, but now we get to see it from his perspective. We know exactly where he lost, what he did missed. So hopefully, when we start investing, we have enough time to actually look over and perhaps catch what he might have missed. Hopefully, giving us advantage, but I'm not going to push too far.
Okay. Yeah, like I don't have the geography where like, oh, he lost him around the bend in the road at mile marker, whatever. But yeah, I get what you're setting up, and that's perfectly fine. We can roll with that if that becomes a point to pick at.
I present that information to you, Bright. Do what you do best.
Okay. I don't know. I feel like there's to learn from this guy. I think he seems to be telling us the truth. So that's really good news. The thing I could wonder is, I don't know. Mordecai, do you have any ideas?
Well, I was just going to say that it would be in Teth. It would be in your best interest to make sure that things at the mine get taken care of very quickly.
Oh yeah, I'm sure that they're working on it. That's our livelihood, and he's stumbling a little bit over his words, as he's delivering this response to you. Look, it is what it is. They have specialists that go in. Sometimes, look, you find something magical in a mine, or maybe something takes up residence there that ought not to be.
Something has taken residence up there that should not be there. Whatever you can do to press the Miners Guild to close that mine down, the state.
I would hate to end up being the one to lose more friends down there.
Yeah, a lot of people have lost some friends in there. It's going to happen if it happens. That's nothing that's under my control, but hey, if I'm sent to go make sure people don't go in there and hold it off until it gets sealed up properly, I'll be happy to do so. I don't like missing people. Look, if it's this kid outside the tumbled wench, or if it's someone else that works in the mines, I don't think of me as uncaring. It happens. I want them back. Some things, it all just works out in time, though.
The response of an uncaring individual. I suppose then it's lucky that you don't have any friends down there.
Yeah, well, yeah, I guess so.
Well, not anymore, anyway.
Oh.
I suppose we should be on our way then. We've got what we need.
So,
all right. Well, I'm glad I was able to help. Look, I hope you get whoever you want. This kid you're looking after, I hope it's a happy ending. We certainly did all we could with the resources that we had available to us.
Well, that's all. I just have one last thing to say. What do you call? Who do you call when there's mosquitoes attacking?
Mosquitoes attacking? Oh, probably some kind of an exterminator, right?
You call the SWAT team.
Mordecai, you don't get to laugh at that.
He stops. Oh.
Out of character dad jokes are my bane.
Okay, so with that, he stops and he's scratching. He's like, the SWAT team, because of a mosquito, and he's building up as his eyes like just like start opening them up and get all like you know, like you even see the tears forming as he's making the connections in his brain here, and he just the SWAT team. Oh, did you? And he goes down on his knees, and you know, and he's trying not to spill his tea that he's still holding because he was drinking on. Oh, that's really hot. The SWAT team. Oh wow, that burns. As he's in the police lobby, everyone's looking at him.
Now, if I understand this correctly, he actually pulled out a folder or a scroll of some sort to go through these memos. Do I understand that? Or
Not
for the
not
big
this
part,
one.
correct?
The guy at the desk did.
Okay. I just wanted to double check because that seemed like a really good opportunity to just kind of casually glance at what was on the table.
If you want to do that, we can do that. I've got, well, if I had a cricket still, but okay.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, dear. Bright, please. You're stressing. I don't like it when you stress. It makes me feel a little nervous. Rather,
It's better when you're not nervous. Okay.
Faced. Now, I believe we're all settled on here now, so how about we make ourselves scarce right now and move on to end up greener pastures, perhaps rescue a kid as kindly ordered individuals as we are, and then end up taking a moment or two to drown our woes later. After all, she looks to Mordecai with this creepy smile. It's a good day.
Okay, good. Let's go then.
Mordecai is slowly getting creeped out a little bit by Jade. More and more.
Okay, so you depart the lobby of the sheriff's department here, with the one guy starting to like just now like recover and wipe the tears from his face as he gets up and he looks around at everyone who just was watching him rolling on the floor laughing. He was very literally ruffling.
Another name for that spell should be Rafflemal.
Yeah.
Aren't where that spell is basically the magical equivalent to Joker Venom, right?
No.
Like, you can kill somebody with that in prolonged state, because now it's leading into asphyxiation.
I know, but I only use it for good.
Only to tickle funny bones.
Okay.
Good.
Okay, so it's evening-ish. It's springtime, but it's around 5 p.m. Shadows are getting a little longer. It's not sunset just yet, though. The shops are probably going to be closing soon. If you wanted to rush and try and secure something, or the Tumbled Wench is always open, or another location.
I would like to buy another round of incense.
Sure. Okay. You can go to the proper
store.
Yep, the proper Pahubba page and purchase incense.
Yeah, I'd like another 10 GP worth of incense, just in case I need to change my familiar again. To go back to being a cricket soon. And also she might get smushed. There's always that risk of smushing.
Yes.
So,
Sad day of less than 1d4 hit points.
yes, she only has 1 hit point. So, in the morning we can stop and get horses. Do we have a sense of how far it is? I mean, he told us a lot, so we should have a pretty good idea of how far it is to the trail.
He said the trail ended around 10 miles outside of town.
Okay, well that's a long way, so we definitely don't want to set out tonight. Instead, we should probably get horses in the morning, and then we can head out.
Sounds like a good idea to me.
Okay, good. So,
I see. You mean the military drops near tens of thousands of gold pieces on horses, and a single horse isn't near providing much. We have several people to carry. I think it would make sense to end up putting everybody in the back of the cart. At least for now, we can all end up enjoying our own lives at a later point in time when we're better funded. But right
It's
now,
possible.
I think, Bright, you need to be able to sit down and focus. Mordecai, same as you. As far as I understand it, the only one of us who does not seems to have affinity for animals, making them an excellent driver, would be Norley. She seems to be very happy with animals. And that would make sense. So it means that we're going to be grabbing hold of a wagon, moving on, and in time. But right now, we need to keep moving. And we can't do that all on foot now, can we? I mean, the blisters are just absolutely terrible, and I'd hate to pop them. She ends up holding on to that doll that she ended up getting from Geroff, just filled with pins, needles, and nails. They ooze.
Okay. We'll see how the finances work out in the morning, because carts are big and clunky and slow. Horses. So, I mean, it would be nice if we could go a little faster. Works out.
Very well. Away we go.
I don't know how to play that. But that's bad.
Well, unfortunately, I didn't have the time to actually ask Gerald for lessons. It would seem wrong to steal his memories.
I mean, I can play flutes, but I don't know about a harmonica.
Is that what this thing's called?
Yeah.
On. Fascinating.
It's very tinny sounding instrument. I don't particularly like them.
Well, I guess my innie would end up saying the same for your own. Not enough bass. Maybe no percussion to it.
I've
Awesome.
thought about cello, but that's clunky.
However, very, very good for beating large men to death with.
What, a cello? Never beaten a man to death with a cello.
Well, we're going to have to fix that. She just starts walking out. Mission acquired. Beat man to death with cello.
I kind of like that idea.
All right.
I'll link you the reference.
Staying one more night in the Tumbled Wench, then.
Think so.
Okay. One silver piece. You have full access to the spa if you want. To the there's a meal that's included in there as well. Since you're still on your good graces token.
Question. So, this is more for the party. So, we've received gold, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Because
Who's
I've
gonna keep
received
track of party funds? Yeah.
I've received nothing in terms of payment since we did that first jump for Symphonics. That was a while ago.
We're all pretty
I
poor.
got nothing either.
Same. Yeah. I'm running low on money.
I mean, all we got was the 77 gold from the.
Who's gonna keep track of the party funds out of character?
I don't
Who
know.
wants to do that?
I mean, we can keep track of it in the cast and crew
Yeah,
Okay.
that might be an idea.
board.
All right. That's fair.
I don't know. I'm looking to scroll back and see if it's actually there now. Yeah, I don't see it, but I remember we got I don't actually have it here in my notes. I don't know why I don't, but I don't. So I don't know. Hopefully we can do that though.
Things we need to discuss outside.
Should we continue?
continue the game? Or
Head out in the morning, or
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
seems to be the only thing we can do.
well,
so before bed, I want to talk to the manager of the hotel.
oh, hello, it's you again.
So I want to talk to you about your hot springs.
Yes, yes.
So, when we went looking for the mine, we discovered that your hot springs are magic.
Well, they
Maybe
do have
that-
particular curative powers, I've been told.
Yeah, no, I mean like actual magic. And I don't know if you know that, or if it's even good magic or bad magic, but there's definitely magic there.
Okay.
And I don't know if you know that, and I want to tell you that there's magic there.
Oh, well, thank
Yes.
you.
Yeah, there's a teleportation portal, and I wanted to ask you if you know anything about it. And if you know anything about it, I think you should really tell me.
Aha. Okay. What's the number I'm
It's
looking
15.
for? 15?
15. Yeah.
Okay. He doesn't seem to know that they're magical in the sense that you know them to be magical. He does tell you that they're advertised as being curative in nature to help restore the aches, or to help drive the aches from your bones, or enhance your youthful skin. So stuff that is technically true, kind of bordering on quackery, but it's to sell up the service and to be popular. But no, he doesn't seem to know that they're magical on the scale that you know them to be magical. Although he does think that it would be good to get your endorsement that they're magical, and to paint a little sign with like a pink-haired gnome saying they're magic.
Okay, well, I would be happy to endorse your hot springs, but first I want to go do some experiments.
All right,
Can we go to
well,
the hot springs?
you can experiment in the hot springs. Just be careful. Other people got to bathe in there.
Oh, it's not going to be any kind of experiments like that. These will be harmless. I just want to do some divination.
Oh,
First, I want to cast.
okay. Is that the divination? Is that a fancy word for something?
Yeah, it's fancy word for wizard stuff. I'm sorry, I'm talking to myself.
Yeah, wizards. I know about wizards. They certainly exist.
Okay, so thanks for your help, and I'm gonna go take a look, and then if you want, I can come back in when I'm done and tell you what I found.
Yeah, of course. I'd love to know more about our hot springs. That'd be wonderful.
Thank you. I'll be right back, and I'm gonna go ahead and cast Detect Magic. And that's actually, I'm gonna use a spell slot on that because I do have it prepared.
Okay.
This time.
Okay.
The hot springs with my Detect Magic detecting.
Okay. In the hot springs, there's nothing that is glowing. Well, actually, let me see. You are detecting. There is something glowing in the water. Yes.
Can I see what it is?
You'll have to kind of like dive down into the hot spring, and
Okay.
you're seeing through the kind of an effect that you're seeing here, where there's like a light that's underneath the water, but you'd actually have to like go into the water, because otherwise it's clouded with minerals and other things that are making the hot springs just that.
I'm gonna need you to hop into the hot springs for me and swim around, but don't sway in too long because I hear you can boil frogs.
Okay.
Too long.
Okay. And boop, it goes in, it disappears.
And I'll look through her eyes and guide her to the magic thing.
Okay. So you go through, and it looks like It looks like some kind of a piece of jewelry is like resting on the bottom of this hot spring area.
Okay, I would like Piggy Sue to pick that up and bring it back to me.
Okay, so underwater, and it takes the thing into itself and swims back up. Bloop, 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 blah, blah, and it just sort of like sluices out of its mouth and kind of spins at your feet.
Thank you very much, Piggy Sue. This is wonderful. I'm so glad I found you. Thank you very much. Okay, you can hop back up here. Whoops, you're all wet. You're all wet. Here, I'll dry you off first.
Yeah, you just get like a frog slime trail going around you here.
Okay, that's better. That's better. Okay, and I'm gonna go ahead and go back to my room and identify the jewelry.
Okay.
Like a ring or a earring or a pendant or what do we have here?
I will generate something for you. But it does look like someone or something did lose a piece of jewelry in the hot spring, and you have it now. But I don't have it as your DM generated for you.
Oh, it doesn't actually exist. Okay, it's virtual jewelry. Okay, well, I'm gonna identify it. That's gonna be a ritual, and
Yep.
I'll do that tonight. But I guess we won't actually resolve it tonight. We'll resolve that next week.
Yes.
Okay. And I'm not going to tell anybody about it just yet. It's not a secret. I'm just not telling anyone.
Yeah, see, she doesn't lie. Her kind don't lie at all.
Well, I don't know what it is. I don't want to,
Yeah.
And it could just be like a ring of sparkles.
Yeah. It could be.
Okay. So, that's all.
All right.
I'm gonna go back to the man at the desk and I'm gonna tell him that his waters aren't actually magic that I thought they were, but the magic isn't actually coming from the waters. It's coming from somewhere else, and it's just like using their waters as a portal. And that he should be really careful because his waters have fairy infestation.
Oh, I guess we'll get someone. We'll get maintenance with a net out there and see if we can scoop anything out.
But you better bring a magic net because you have to catch pixies.
No, magic net. Well, it'd be kind of expensive, I suppose. Well, I guess we'll do our best. Customer service and all. The Tumbled Wench has a reputation to uphold.
Well, thanks very much. I just wanted to let you know what I found. Okay, that's all. Okay, bye.
Okay. Bright, as you're disengaging from the manager here you're talking to, you're going upstairs. It's you have this nice piece of shine to identify. Coming down the stairs is you can hear him before you see him, but once you bump into Pouty Lips the merchant, you of course hear the motorboating kind of blustering. Oh well, that is oh my, I'm so terribly sorry there, Miss Bright, I believe it was. So sorry.
Yeah, it's no problem. I'm glad to see you again too. Okay, that's all.
Yes, well, okay, have a good night. And he kind of puts his finger down and continues going down the stairs.
His blustering disappeared halfway through, so I don't know what he did.
He just sort of went, okay, and he put his finger back down like he was going to say something, and then he just continued hobbling down the stairs.
Oh, okay. Well, that was very nice of him. Okay, bye.
All right, so Celine, you all have your rooms if you've extracted the silver piece from each of you for the room here. Celine, you are back in the presence of Jack.
Yes, Jack.
Oh, Helenhead, thank you for the follow. But you could speak with Jack a little bit to catch up or to learn. You would have been told the things that happened while Jack was out trying to get everyone together, and Jack is quite pleased with that.
I see. Well, I suppose if you're going to be here and violate my privacy, what can you tell me about things to do with our current situation? Like, what's the end game here? What are we looking at?
I don't know. Do you have to pee? I think there's a chamber pot underneath your bed.
Like, no. I mean, in terms of the Fae and the vampires and, you know, the Feywild and Shadowfell using the material plane as their own battleground.
Oh, is that what's going on?
That's what it feels like.
Oh. Can I feel it?
Sure, if you want to feel confusion.
Your eyes start scintillating, and you feel a little tickle up your spine. Okay, now let me feel it.
And she should just let him feel the general feelings of confusion and everything that's going on. It's just like, basically, her to not put a too fine a point, on it. Her brain right now is currently, what kind of effery is this?
Whoa, feelings. I haven't felt
Yes.
feelings in a while.
Right.
Can you drink some water? Like cold water. I'd love to know what drinking water's like.
I suppose I can do that. I do have a water skin, and I should have a way to cool it. It's chill touch. That doesn't really work like that.
Necromancy! The leather rots and falls away.
I'm not there, or I would cool it for you.
Yeah, no, that's right. Brett was the one with the cooling abilities, not with the ray of frost and everything. No. She just go outside because it is a relatively cold night. So.
Okay. So you're with your eyes still sort of like scintillating, swirling with all sorts of colors. You go out and Jack says, "Just breathe in deep for me, please." Oh.
Sure, I'll do that.
Okay, you get this like shuddering, like ah. Oh, that's the stuff. This is good, right? That this is pleasurable. This is what people like.
Well, this is what it is for normal people. Breathing, eating, drinking. I must tell you, I'm not a normal person by any means.
Well, no,
I'm sure
of course not.
You can no doubt tell.
You're blessed now. You're one of us. You'll never be normal again. That's silly. Just banish that thought.
I'm not talking about whatever this is. I'm talking about before that.
Oh, well, what does that matter? You're not in the before, you're in the now. And we're quickly going into the future.
Very true. That being said, and she would slowly turn. She would slowly turn and invoke the power of we just a little bit. It's just like, you're not the only one with a claim to me. You're not the only one with a claim to this world.
Well, of course not. That's not my understanding.
No, it is not.
Good, we're
The thing
agreed.
is, you speak of this improvement and world and things like that, but as I told, what was his name? Orlan?
Oh, yeah, him. It?
As I
don't know
told him,
what word you'd use.
sounds like a him, so I'll go with him for now. If I get corrected, then I get corrected.
Sure. Hey, can you lick that cold metal light post, please?
I'll do something different. I'll slide out my rapier because it's not a blade. Well, it is a bladed weapon, but the blade is only on the top half. And she'll lick the bottom half. It's cold and it's metal,
Oh.
but at least I know. At least I know what's been on you know, on that blade.
As you're out there, you have this weapon. You draw it, and you're licking the base of your rapier here. Like a couple people are walking down the street in the in front of the tumbled wench here, and like the one gets oh, Martha, don't look, and kind of covers her eyes as they continue to walk past the creepy wild-eyed half elf here who's licking her sword in the street.
Yeah. she'll slide her sword, the rapier back into its sheath, and it's like, what I am referring to, what he didn't listen to, is that your little war with the vampires and their little quarrel with you is very trivial in the grand scheme of things. To the point where if you make enough of a ruckus, something much bigger and with a much more cosmic agenda than either your superiors or theirs could ever fathom will intervene. I sense something in Jade that is very similar to what I have. Something not quite right. Something higher. The natures of which feel very, very different to me, but even so, there are beings who watch from above, beings who observe, beings much bigger than you or I or any of your superiors or any of the superiors.
Whoa. Come on now, let's be reasonable. We are very powerful ourselves, and you don't even know us yet. That's why we're doing this.
I do not question your power. What I question is what you all might do when the powers that be decide enough is enough.
Oh,
that day will come.
Well, I can't answer that question. I would be very worried about you having the same thing that's inside Jade, because that's probably a tapeworm.
I will not speak for Jade in having possibly tapeworm. What I will speak of, however, is that your superior is not the only one who watches over me, and it would be in your very best interests to not anger the other one. As
I don't know. Can I tell you a secret, Celine?
Sure, go ahead.
Okay, lean in real close.
It's like she'll lean in a little bit, like.
Okay, so now you're just like leaning in a direction out in the middle of the street here, like. The whole point of everything that's happening is to make all the big things that used to exist actually exist again.
She raises her brows like, all of them?
I think the world's gonna be as it used to, not like it currently is. We're going quickly into the future, but that's gonna bring us back full circle to the past. Hee hee.
She's like, do you mean that in a literal sense?
Maybe.
Because
maybe I tell you if you ate something spicy.
Celine actually doesn't mind spicy food all that much, so she'll be carrying some spiced jerky, which she just takes a bite of, like it's other rations.
You get like that shiver of your tongue is like numb from heat. Oh, I'm gonna have to rant some more information from you more often. That was really good.
It's just like, I said, now, Do you mean literally or figuratively?
Oh.
And a straight answer.
Really? Really? Oh, I got a job to do. And you let me taste spice. I spoil you, Celine. I really do. We've only known each other for less than a day, and oh, I see where this is going. Yes, there are forces that used to exist in a very corporeal sense that are going to be coming back in a very corporeal sense. Not like the world had become after they just ceased or went away or grew dormant or died or, oh, you have so many words for kind of the same thing but different.
So what are these things? Are they the gods that we all know? Are they the patrons of women and men of the cloth?
I don't know, really. I just know it's going to happen, and I'm not really one to disagree.
Well, I suppose if you're going, well, I have a question for you then.
Ask away, but I'm...
Related but
Oh, go ahead.
Can you speak to Orlan? Is that a thing that you can do?
I don't think I can speak to Orlans, though I think Orlans can speak to me.
Well, when he speaks to you, you're going to be his little guinea pig, shall we say. It's a figurative term, you don't need to understand it. It's not in the literal sense. But if I'm going to be that, then he has the right, he should relinquish the right to be vague. I don't deal in vague prophecy and crypticism, Jax. What I deal with is fact.
I think you've
So
been
if
given
he-
facts.
I've been given some things, but I know in my soul of souls, I know that you and your kind and Orlans and anybody else who resides above that have been hiding things.
Whoa, we of the Fae don't lie.
Not well.
Ask any gnome.
It is not that you lie by telling falsehoods. Is that you lie by omission.
Oh, well,
It
we
is
just
not-
can't presume what you know. Come on, you gotta be reasonable here, Celine. By the way, can you eat a guinea pig at some point in time? I'd really like to taste one.
We don't eat guinea pigs.
It doesn't have to be cooked. In fact, I might even prefer it raw.
I'm not eating a raw guinea pig, Jax.
No?
You don't. Yeah. Monica's got her cracks. Like, you can believe me when I tell you they don't lie, because I'm Faye and I tell you they don't lie. And Celine's like, that logic is bogus. It's like, but she goes, no, I'm not eating a guinea pig. But besides that, the Fae cannot tell falsehoods. On this, I agree with you.
Good, because that's exactly what I'm telling you.
But a lie via omission is not a falsehood. You've told the truth, but not the entire truth.
Look, if you're going to nitpick about things, then this is going to be a really rough road for both of us.
Oh, no nitpicking. I simply request that you be open, and if you are open with me, then I shall be open with you.
I will do my best. Now, I would like to try this sleep thing. Can you do that for me?
I rest slightly differently than your average humanoid, but
You're not
Sure.
average. Celine, you gotta have confidence in yourself.
she kind of looks just like that's not really what I meant, but okay. And no, she'll go back into her room and sleep. I like to sleep on my stomach. I know it's whack.
All right. So we'll wrap up this session then, as you all are. Bright, you're gonna identify this, and I'll get back to you on it. Celine, you're gonna probably have some sort of a funky dream as you're letting Jack, or we can give it a nice French Jacques, a fun time experiencing sleep. You others can do some other things as well, but as we did hit 3 a.m. here, I want to respect your time here, lethality. However, you are going to have another nightmare over the course of this. It's not going to prevent you from getting a long rest, so you'll wake up, you'll have your hit dice, your hit points will be back, you're officially level 5, etc., so forth. As you're dreaming, you're walking up a snowy mountain. The sun is shining, but the snow doesn't glisten. You step onto the snow and you pick up a handful of it. It's actually now not snow, but scraps of paper. You look up at the mountain and you see it's been replaced by a literal mountain of paperwork. The mountain begins to quake and the paper begins to avalanche towards you, just tumbling down. Papers are flying everywhere. And underneath all of this paper and ink and orders and all of this, you're buried alive. And when that happens, you wake up. And there we go. Thank you, everyone, for the game.
Yeah, no, thank you. I have honestly,
Do
I've
y'all
missed
have
this
that
game
dream,
the
or is
past
it
2
just
weeks.
Celine?
What was that? Fluffy?
Dream or just Celine?
Oh, no, all of you, all 5 of you had this dream. That you were buried in paperwork, probably in triplicate.
Quintuplicate.
Damn.
Or yeah, in this case,
Triplicate,
quintuplicate, yeah.
Fucking quintuplicate, fucking paperwork. Why paperwork? Why?
Meanwhile, Chad is now putting Fred Durst in my head.
Oh, gotta have faith.
So how'd the haircut work out?
I think it worked out well.
Yep.
Gonna have to slightly level it a bit more, but yeah. We'll be surprised if somebody else gets this horror reference.
Well, Mordecai, it looks like you're gonna have to make an entirely new drawing now. since you had the actually, did you put that in the art stream?
That should be in the art channel of the
Okay.
It's
Discord.
just a fantastic piece, I might
Yeah.
add.
Yeah, no, it is. I do apologize for not giving more description about Celine to you, Mordecai, but you got her perfect. So it's like I didn't need to. You.
Aha.
That's kind of the image that was
I
going on.
hope
in my head,
you're not a mind
so-
reader.
No.
I hope you're not a mind reader,
Oh,
but no, you did really well.
Yeah. I
Like,
just kind of went with it and was just like, drapey clothes, that's fine.
Yeah, no, that's basically it.
Yeah, like Morticia Adams came to mind.
Yeah, actually.
Kind of where I was going with it. When you brought that up, I was like, yes.
One of the I actually showed it to my fiance, who is an artist herself, and she very much enjoyed it. She very much thought that it looked good as well. So.
Yay.
Awesome. Yeah. It was really fun, Coffee Cat, to watch you draw and color this in as well. It was fun, especially from a non-artist. Watching it play out, it's like seeing a magic trick in front of you. Just as it comes to life.
I don't understand on how you end up taking I don't understand the process you go through. You end up going with shading first and all this, then you start adding color, and I'm like, how the hell do you end up getting your whites that white when you're basically working with an ink base?
Yeah.
Acrylic paint.
Death makes you die. It just makes my brighter.
No, yeah, acrylic paint is probably the best kind of, especially if you like water it down, it makes the best kind of like gradation kind of thing. Because like white inks and white watercolor wouldn't do that. It's not opaque enough. So to get highlights, you have to go something with acrylic. That's what I do.
On an unrelated note, hey, Coffee, I hope you ended up enjoying the link when you ended up asking, like, how would you end up going and beat somebody to death with a cello? There it is on video.
I will have to watch that video. I haven't watched it yet, so.
I'll throw it up in the. No, I understand. It was just one of those. I think this about summarizes it. In fact, I'll probably link it in the group chat or in the, in the player chat.
I wouldn't be surprised if that happened. But Mordecai doesn't know how to play cello, he plays violin, so.
It's the same thing but different.
Yeah.
Just get a really, really big violin. Find a giant's violin and do it.
Yeah.
Well, Jade now has a mission that she needs to kill someone by with a cello. I'm sure Selena will be able to source a cello for Jade to beat someone to death with, and she'll watch on and take notes because that's what Celine does. It's not. It's very rare that she gets to see someone beat to
Celine's
death.
on the path of bones.
The next time you cast spiritual weapon, it's in the shape of a cello.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, to be fair, I can choose whatever shape the spiritual weapon comes out as. So.
It's exactly.
So yeah, no cello weapon. That spiritual weapon is gonna be a cello.
Yep.
And hopefully it makes the final blow at a creature and makes it hurt. All right. So I'm going to jump off.
Yep,
I've
go.
got to get ready to do the
That's
other
the,
stream. Yeah, I will post. Yes, I'll see you guys next week. I will let you guys know when I start the streaming
Okay.
with the in the Twitch thing, and I have to say I really missed this game, so it's good to be back.
No, I'm
So,
glad you're back and that you're feeling better too. And as the DM, I do, if you look forward to playing, then that's a compliment that it means a lot to me.
Yeah, no, I do
going on here now.
Yeah, but no, I do look forward to playing. So I'll catch you guys next week, or for some of you, I will see you in about an hour,
Yep.
hour and a half. All right.
Best to you, brother.
See ya.
And to you.